Well, as we get older, we should be wiser too, which is unfortunately not the case for everyone. Some people, know how to grow up. They may have done a couple of mistakes, when they were younger or maybe adult. But as they're growing, older, they start thinking about, twice about, their actions. Because I mean, whatever we say or whatever we think, we gotta be held accountable, for our actions. So if we do wrong, we gotta, faces the consequences. If we do right, also we gotta face like the consequences. So we gotta be held accountable, for action. So there's nothing, about that. But then it's that time of the year where people usually think, carefully about, their lives. Because we move, from one year and we enter like, in a new year, like, a couple of, it depends on where you are in some countries, a couple of days, in other countries, just in a couple of years. Some people would go to churches, to pray to enter like, the new year. Other, will go to mosque, other will go to temples, it depends on our beliefs, it depends on the places, we go to preach, to pray God. But then what I sincerely believe is that, we shouldn't only take like, this time, to reflect about, our future, to reflect about our past actions, but we should reflect, about our own life, each and every single day of our lives. You go to work maybe in the morning, then you come back before you go to sleep. Don't just eat, and go lay down on your bed and sleep. No, you gotta think. You gotta try to see, what you did during the day, what good action you did during the day, what bad action you did during the day, and all these like will always help you to grow up. All these actions, all these thoughts, will always help you, to just better yourself. Because I always believe that each and every single day, we learn something. We do actions, and there are consequences, and we gotta face, those consequences. But then we learn, out of our consequences, or out of our actions. We learn, and then by learning, we are improving ourselves. I mean, you won't be walking like and then find yourself with one leg into the water and just putting the other one in the water to it won't make sense at all. If you feel like your foot like is in the water, you gotta think about putting the other foot like somewhere else, like on a dry soil. So for some people, like it's like once a year where they really think about their life, and it may be that time because we just about depending on the country you are, depending on the zone where you are. In some countries, like in a couple of years, they will they will be moving like from 2023 to 2024, which is like a huge gap because it's like 12 months of your life that you've just passed. So remember that you get old. We never get younger. It doesn't matter, who think. I mean, whoever think that they get younger, because I know that a lot of people hate, to hear that, they're getting older. They will go and do a lot of, makeup, try to get younger, but these won't make you younger, unfortunately. You may look younger, but inside, you're getting older. And that's part of, that's something that, only God, knows why. So it's maybe for some people, that time of the year where we gotta sit down and think, what have I done like yesterday? What have I done during those 12 months? We gotta think about all the action that we made. And when I'm talking about actions, I'm not talking about only like talking to people doing good or bad. No, I'm talking about everything in general. In your house, what have you done good? What have you done wrong? With your kids, with your wife, with your friends, with your neighbor, with passers-by, with your colleagues. What have you done with your own spiritual life? What have you done? Have you tried to behave like, Allah, God, want you to behave. So if you have sinned somewhere, if you haven't like, acted like, in a right way, it's always time. It's always time, it's high time, like, to get back on track. Because I believe that if we wake up every day, it thanks to Allah, it thanks to God. And when we wake up, we gotta be able to say, thank you, God, for giving me life again. Because life is precious, we live only once. I mean, for those actually who believe in God, we live once only. We don't have like another life. So we gotta be like, able when waking up on a daily basis, like, to say, thank you, God, for what you did for me. And we gotta reflect, about our actions, what did I do wrong yesterday? I wanna correct myself. I wanna be able to be like a better person because I always believe, and that's something that no one will make me think like, the opposite. I always believe that when you recognize your fault, when you know deep down that you did wrong, and then you apologize to maybe the person that you did wrong, and you ask God, to forgive you, He will forgive you because He's just like, He's He's God, He's our Creator, He's the only one that can forgive us, thousands and thousands of times, provided we apologize and we try to do our best not to make the same mistake again. So one year have passed, or just about to pass, and another one is coming. So let's try just to be like, better people. Let's try to be like, better person, for the people we love. Let's try to be better person, for ourselves. So think about it, and a huge happy new year, and blessed, I should say, huge and blessed happy new year to you, to all the people who are watching me, to all the people in the world. So happy new year to all of us, and may God bless us like in the new coming year. Thank you.